Welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you're a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Sacoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hey guys, you might be wondering how I come up with my episodes, what topics I want to talk about. And I know I talk about leadership a lot because I love leadership and this is a leadership channel. However, I know many of my leaders right now are struggling with enrollment, struggling with filling those seats. Early childhood education is changing fast. State pre-K is expanding. New pop-up pods and private companies are entering the market. And families, they're being offered more options than ever before. So how does a traditional early learning center stay competitive, visible, and even most importantly, valuable in the shifting landscape? In today's episode of the Child Care Director's Chair, we're going to break down exactly how to stand out in a sea of options and make sure that the families you're meant to serve don't just find you, but choose you. Now, today's episode is sponsored by Jackrabbit Care. It's a tool that helps you manage your center like a pro. It saves you hours of admin every week, but more importantly, helps you capture leads and build a wait list, which honestly sounds amazing right now. So let's get to it. Parents are buyers now. So sell what makes you different. Once upon a time, parents just enrolled at the closest place with a spa. But now they're comparing programs like savvy shoppers, and they want a place that feels aligned with their values. So what do? Well, first you need to define your unique value proposition. If you're not sure what that means, let me break it down really simple for you. It's that special sauce, the thing that makes you special. Highlight what makes your center distinct in every conversation, every tour, and every marketing touch point. And focus how you make children feel safe, seen, and supported. Now, listen, I know many of the things that you think make your program special do not. Most programs are owned by a family owned and operated. Most programs have staff that are tenured. Most programs have staff with degrees. Most programs use the state's approved curriculum. Most programs are in the quality rating system of their state. None of those things make you special. So you really have to think about what makes you special that isn't duplicated everywhere else. And if you don't clearly communicate what sets you apart, families will assume you're like every other daycare and early childhood program on the block. And don't compete over price, compete on the experience. You cannot outprice the government-funded pre-K or corporate chains with deep pockets. And you shouldn't even try. What you can do is create a warm, personalized, consistent experience that models like that cannot replicate. Focus on those deep relationships that you can build with families. Offer flexibility and responsiveness. Big programs can't. So train your staff to deliver exceptional emotional care, not just supervision. And tell this story in your marketing. Parents are going to remember how you made them feel. Remember, you're building a brand, not just a building. Your program is more than 4 walls and a schedule. It's a story. Your brand is how that story is experienced. So here are some tips that you can use right now to boost your brand. Use consistent language and imagery across all of your platforms. Highlight your team's philosophy and voices, not just the director. Give your team a chance to shine. And share real stories, transformation, successes, fun moments. You want to stand out, be human, not polished. Of course, professional, but be human. People are going to relate to that. And you need to invest in relationships, not just enrollment. Families don't just want care. They want a community. So host parent events, whether it's a workshop, even if it's virtual. Create welcome videos from the staff. Remember names, birthdays, tiny details that make people feel known. When families feel seen, they'll stop looking elsewhere. And now we're in September. Well, I guess close enough, right? Just the beginning of September. Listen, this is when people jump ship. So you will already know what people you kind of let slip through the cracks, right? Because they've already given their 2 weeks notice. So pay attention to that. Was there a lot of folks that left? Was there a little bit of folks? You really need to look at your data and show up where families are digitally and emotionally. You can have the best program in the city, but if you're invisible online, you're running out before the race even starts. You're done. So, essentials for visibility: update your website regularly, be active on social media, Instagram, Facebook, local parenting groups. Use a video and reels to show off your vibe and your people. Now, here's a quick fun pro tip. Maybe you could do a day in the life video. You could do more than one, or you could do anything on your brochure, really, that showcase what you're doing special. And embrace innovation while staying true to your roots. You do not need to copy the state pre-K or a pop-up pod. You could take inspiration. Ideas to innovate without losing your center soul is important. So here are some things. You can add optional enrichment classes. You can rethink your schedule to offer part time for flexibility. You can partner with local artists, musicians, nature guides for community enrichment. But your tradition is your strength, but your willingness to adapt also keeps you relevant. And turn to your team to be brand ambassadors. Your team is your secret weapon. Empower them to share your mission and magic with others. Empower your staff to share your content with your guidance. Speak confidently to families about your values and feel proud of the impact that you're making. When your team loves where they work, families feel that energy and they want in. So you don't need to panic about new players in the market. What you do need to do is position your center with purpose, clarity, and confidence. So pick one thing from today's episode and implement it this week, whether it's a website refresh, a team branding meeting, or a family event that builds community. Let me tell you, I don't want to brag, but I'm going to brag for a minute. Our community at our school is truly amazing. We held a end of the summer show for our students. It was standing room only. I kid you not. I could not believe how many people showed up for these kids. And the smiles and the community it was amazing. Honestly, I've been doing this 27 years, and that's just something I never get sick of. I love our family events. So, there's some things that I want you to think about. And if you want guidance, we've got you. So you can get 3-month free trial from Jackrabbit Care that can take the pressure off your admin and the workflow, and you can focus on what matters. So I'm going to leave the link below in the show notes. They have been so gracious to give our listeners a 3-month free trial when you sign up. And make sure you book a free demo. There's only a few days left, unfortunately, but I want to make sure that you get in. And then join our ECE Trailblazer coaching program for free for the whole month of September, because real leadership deserves real support. So, in closing thoughts, families may have more choices than ever, but that doesn't mean you've lost your place. It just means it's time to shine brighter, lead louder, and market with intention. You're not just another center. You're a trusted space, a safe haven, and a place where futures begin. So let's make sure the world sees that, because the families who need you are looking right now.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Childcare Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Sakosio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.